There's one in May, there's one in June, one in July. So, hey, what's going on? This is the first time we're doing this.
Welcome to the Ant Farm, guys.
Guys, thanks for showing up.
Does this grow up again? Because that was very annoying.
We got 110. 110. That means next one's 111.
Happy Lost Day.
Happy Lost Day, indeed. Previously on Lost.
No! Someone set the bomb!
Sawyer.
Jack!
That was your screw.
I screwed her.
You're I screwed her.
And so to do last time, I'm going to just drink this real quick. Not the beer, by the way. This is the beer. Boom.
It's by the Traveler Brewing Company. Traveler Beer Company, I mean. And usually they make beers that I don't like. I don't like shandies at all. And most of their beers are shandies. Although they really have a lot of them have cool names. Like there's the Time Traveler. This one's called the Forbidden Traveler. It's an apple ale. Which
not to be confused with the Traveler from Destiny.
That's true. I sold the game back, by the way. Ale brewed with lemon peel, apple juice, and has natural flavor added. So, what else? Give it a try. Ooh, that feels like the first time.
Wasn't a good idea to drink that after drinking that.
So this is the exact opposite of that.
It tastes like nothing.
Which we have in another podcast, but not this one.
It was a sneak peek, guys.
Sneak peek.
See, to come. You'll see it a future podcast. Be like, I saw that one before, and then you go back to this one and you'll pause it right when I have it up in the air and be like, oh, there it is.
They already drank that, those bitches.
And I'll mention it on the 200th episode when I read off all the beers again. And I'll read them all off. I mean, I know you from one onward. That'll just be a whole podcast.
45 minutes of reading beers.
And on the 75th podcast, we had.
He will put it to a song though. It'll be like a jaunty Irish type.
We had that one that was made completely of moose semen. That was a really good one.
That was made of moose semen.
How you doing, Matt?
Definitely delicious.
Obviously, you have you stole my glasses design.
This face brought to you by Warby Parker now.
So Paul Scheer got you, man. You're a sucker.
You know what? I would buy anything Paul Scheer shows me.
Will you buy bonobos?
Yes, bonobos. I already bought all kinds of bonobos.
Those for skinny, smaller men. These are really tight. Oh god.
I look bonobos. So cool in my bonobos clothing that I wear now.
They're made for smaller men.
And I get those nature boxes all the time now. So yeah,
I try nature box. There's a girl that gets at work that gets Graze. It's like another service like that sent to her. And I always want to be like, can I get this?
She never lets you try it.
I don't ask her.
You just take it.
No, we only do that with cookies.
Did you ask me how I was doing? Because if you didn't, I'm going to tell you anyway.
I literally just did.
I'm tired. I have some interviews to do tomorrow too on my day off. Which
are you gonna shave a little bit so you don't look like a?
No, this is what I'm going for.
Like a.
No, I'm gonna shave, but only strategically.
Adam Levine's.
Only strategically right here, so I just have this weird.
Adam Levine's fat, washed up brother.
Hey, he's
the lead singer of Fall Out Boy.
Well, I do have hipster glasses now, just like you. So.
I like your shirt.
Just like you.
I like your shirt.
I'm a dirty turtle.
My shirt's cooler though.
Hey, and we have a gig coming up.
Yeah, we do. Where is it?
We'll never practice for it, but
because we don't need to practice anymore.
I believe it's April 25th, and it's a private cornhole tournament at the Whitewater Pub.
Now, for those of you who don't know what cornhole is, Matt is going to explain to you with diagrams
of cornhole.
People.
It is a regional sport. I don't know. There's got to be other places they play in the country, I guess, but it's basically a beanbag toss type game that's very serious in Central New York.
So you want to get all the beans into the hole, basically. So
beans. Yeah. You put the bag, like the sack, right into the hole.
Yeah. That's the goal.
Yeah.
You want to slap the we'll call the board the ass. You want to slap that with the bag
with your hairy beanbag.
As much as possible.
You put it right into the hole. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how you play the game.
It's hard. I mean, you gotta get the beanbag into the hole. That's tough.
Yeah.
So,
I know we played it at our last gig we had technically.
We didn't think about this before, but Jim's ex-girlfriend is like a professional cornhole player, so she may be there.
Professional cornhole.
Yeah, she's
player?
like number one in the state or something in cornhole or something. Like I'm not making this up. She's awesome at cornhole. Like her and I think it's her dad or somebody as her partner.
I know why Jim liked her so much.
But she might be there, so that's why I didn't put 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, or 9 on the list.
Indeed. That's why you should put that on the list.
I might just do it anyway.
Also,
play it!
Also, but you didn't put American Jesus on the list, and we're going to be at a place with
it's on the list.
A lot of conservative people.
It's on the list. That's great. All the power to them. If you don't like that song, you're a jerk.
Like, these guys are going to vote for Ted. These are like Ted Cruz voters.
It's a great song. And 3 of us are in law enforcement, so they'll be alright.
Wink. And the 4th is in theater.
The theater. And you're gonna he's gonna wear like a chapeau and like a black turtleneck and black pants.
I was thinking cravat, like a cravat of some sort.
Theater.
Or like a one of those Shakespeare round collary things.
I think you should go full beatnik. I don't know. Like an avant-garde type theater.
That's not that kind of theater.
That might really play the kids, you know?
I've got a crow. I can say everything because we announced our season, Matt.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Guess what we're doing? We're doing shows like The Underpants by Steve Martin.
The Underpants. Is Steve Martin going to be there?
Yes. When we did Misery by Stephen King, it was like, oh, Stephen King comes to see his productions. And he's going to be here. I'm like, slow your roll, guys.
Hold up.
Yeah, slow your roll.
Yeah, and then he gets to come to Syracuse. Yay for him. No.
I came to Syracuse because I'm crazy. Remember, I made Under the Dome, guys. Remember that show? You don't.
It's still on, I think.
It's still on.
Yeah.
You know why? Because they
How?
They're shoving it out to like Amazon Prime.
How did it?
And Amazon Prime pays for it, basically.
That show looks like a hot bag of garbage.
No, it is.
I watched one episode. I was like,
it literally is. It's like watching a train wreck, but it hurts you more.
But that's how I thought about the 100. You keep telling me it's good. I almost started watching it last night, but I was too tired.
100 is.
I was too tired.
It's very good.
You
need to keep watching it.
I watched Harmontown instead last night. So.
Come on down to Harmontown, turn that frown upside down.
Isn't it? Pee is yellow and poop is brown.
That was also the Pringles stick song.
How are you doing? Yeah, that's right.
I'm doing great, man.
That's it.
Cause I ain't got a dick, got a chicken noodle can. All my life. Okay,
you're already drunk.
No, I wish. I did have some mead though, which we had some delicious anniversary mead.
I just had no sleep.
Because we were entertaining tonight, so we had our friend and our baby's future best friend Sevalad.
Sevalad!
Well, they don't know him any better yet.
Right
now,
every time he comes in the room, they have to play like some kind of crazy operatic.
He actually carries a mystical hammer. He's like, watch as my hammer sings. Like,
how does that baby talk?
And he throws it and flies away.
That baby just talked.
So he keeps flying through the ceiling. Can you please stop?
He is damaging.
I'm gonna have to do a lot of drywalling.
Ruining the property value of my house right now. Okay. Can you tell your baby to calm down?
And then he's like, whoa. I'm like, okay, that's really low.
You're like, no.
Yeah, the baby doesn't cry. He Fooster does. And then like a Russian choir comes in and sings.
What is this?
I mean, that's a great effect, but wow. No, I'm doing good. We
just already a general in the Russian.
We announced our season and just put everything on sale, so it's been really busy for me. I've been like super tired because I've been super stressed, but in a good way for the most part. I'm also learning the ropes of like where what I'm gonna have to deal with politically where I'm working, which is really good. And I get to work with the person who I took over for, who was my former boss too, Sandy. And that was a lot of fun. It was good to hang out with her for a week, and she told me, we commiserated. It was good.
Okay, so she hasn't retired yet? I thought she was like...
She technically did retire, but they hired her back to consult so she's on contract to the 30th of June. It's basically, it's because I didn't know how to put any of that stuff into the computer, so literally she had to show me because it was so incredibly difficult to put stuff and unintuitive because the system is not great. That like we literally had to trick the system into letting us put in next season.
Well, all right.
So that's why one of the first things I'm doing is looking for another ticketing system. Sorry sorry guys from tickets.com if you're watching. Yeah, isn't that cool?
They're gonna go with Fandango next, okay?
We are your movie tickets.
Your movie tickets.
We are Fandango. Actually, we're going with something probably just as convolutedly named, like Blackbard or Tessitura.
The Tesseract?
Yes. It literally the Tesseract powers your ticketing system. It is really cool. Except that it also like melts your face.
So eventually you will collect all the gems for the Infinity Gauntlet then, right?
Well, I'm just collecting Pokemons. I'm catching them all.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Can I then collect the stones for the Infinity Gauntlet then and just do that? I'll go that way?
Only if you collect the stone for heart.
Heart!
Yeah. So let's talk about some stuff now. Let's get it going.
We got
before
some stuff.
before this stops recording.
I think we're chock full of stuff. So let's go. I have the same thing you do start, so you can start off with
So Deus Ex, man?
Yeah, Deus Ex.
Deus Ex was announced.
Deus Ex.
Okay, so Deus Ex is a game that I have mixed feelings for. A lot of people love it. I tried to play it, but it has really, for me, it has at least
the controls are wonky.
Really weird.
I feel the same way about Witcher too, but to an extent.
Well, like it's like you have to
these
press
controls are
buttons
worse.
to stick the cover, and you're like moving around, and like there's different things. And it's not like a regular stick shooter, which I'm used to. And
there's nothing that takes me out of the game more than bad controls.
The thing is the trailer looks awesome, which isn't any gameplay. It's all like it's like a blur trailer or something.
Yeah.
And it made me think that this game would be so much cooler if it was like a third person action game or something.
Yeah, sure.
But it's not. And so
it's called Mankind Divided.
Well, and basically from the trailer, it looks like your titular hero is back, maybe a little more robotic than ever at this point. But whose name eludes me at this point? Sorry, people. I know there's gonna be at least one person.
I know less about. I shouldn't have written this down. I just wrote it down because it looked cool.
But basically, like it's the world is now at the point where the people are just hating on everybody with cybernetics. Especially if they're poor and downtrodden, of course.
So mankind's been divided.
It's very cyberpunk. It's very cyberpunk feeling to it, and it feels like you're kind of on the side of the big corporations.
Well, almost. I know you kind of are a cyberpunk, so I know that it reigns true for you. You know.
Well, I do have a lot of cyberware in me, especially the jack for decking into the Matrix. Because then I can go over here and then turn off this light switch. That's what I do with my lights. Actually, I go into the Matrix at night and I just like walk around, like kill a bunch of things, and then I'll turn off the light switch and I'll go to bed. It takes like 2 hours extra than I would have just turning it off manually, but it's the Matrix, so it's pretty cool. I'm just saying, guns, lots of guns. But so yeah, it's almost, at least with the trailer, it kind of seems like your guy's on the wrong side of things, but he's also,
But come on, he's always on the right side.
But who knows if there'll be like a twist. Then of course he slices up some dudes with some knife shoulders and some knife elbows, and he's like, he has like a cane in his wrist. I'm like, that's pretty awesome. If you're gonna get both your arms replaced with robotics, you got to put a lot of cool weaponry in them.
Yeah, I'd have like that lighter than the Spectre gadget has, because you can light cigarettes, and you can
farts too,
and light farts.
That's honestly the main reason you should have a light on your finger. And
hopefully a helicopter in your head, because why would you not have that?
Ding, ding, ding,
more people need a helicopter.
So that would be a good mod for that game, is if you could be Inspector Gadget.
Go Gadget Arms! The gun that comes out, that'd be awesome. That's a great idea. Somebody work on that mod. Modders. The modders that watch this.
The modding community.
Okay. So it's not only Ultimate Lost Day today, because it was 4/8/15, and then at 16:23:42, that's 4:32 p.m. or 4:23 and 42 seconds p.m. I mean, that was Ultimate Lost Day. So we had Ultimate Pie Day, Ultimate Lost Day, and of course this Saturday is going to be Tabletop Day. National.
Good thing you asked.
Good thing you asked. International Tabletop Day
Voice off screen.
is a day for playing tabletop games. It gets people together. It's for getting families and friends together to play tabletop games. Your dice rolling, your card dealing. We have Monopoly Junior in house that Aiden beat me handily in his first game he ever played. So now he'll want to play that on Tabletop Day. That is this Saturday. So
could you also play like Shadowrun?
Yeah, you can play Shadowrun as a tabletop game, sure. But I don't know if Aiden can play that yet.
I think he could. I think he'd make a decent Street Samurai,
He's like, beat it up! I'm like, yep, there you go. That's what we wanted.
There you go, Chummer. I like it. Easy money, Chummer.
Easy money, Chummer.
It's a milk run.
Let's talk to Cool Dave.
Let's talk to Mr. Johnson.
Yeah, and so then all we have, I know there's other days, but we definitely have Back to the Future days coming up too. Very shortly. So, I mean, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up.
So, Matt, another auspicious thing that happened today. Deadpool, dead. He's dead now.
250th issue.
And aggregately. It's actually only issue 42.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like if you, it even says it's like if you add up all the issues and like obviously it's a joke. It's right.
It's a
Deadpool's
Deadpool.
very funny, fourth wall breaking character. He actually in the A story. Cause I've read most of the comic now. I've read the A story and a bunch of the B stories.
Mm-hmm.
But in the A story, which in the beginning, the first letter of the comic is, and so it's not really a spoiler. Is Deadpool dies, and he does, and it's in a way you would not imagine. Because Deadpool is almost impossible to kill. He's literally been obliterated by the Hulk.
He's like Wolverine.
He's had his head ripped off multiple times. He's actually been chopped into little pieces.
I saw one where his like whole body was ripped apart, and he was like, the guy just like put it in, and he like kind of like crawled back together or something.
Yeah, well, and there's one too where, and recently where because he was Zenpool, because the heroes and villains got inverted in the axis. So an Apocalypse just ripped his head off and was like carrying his head around for a while actually. Then he gave his head back and he was like, "Oh, okay, I'm fine now."
You jerk.
Yeah, well, because he's been good for a while in comics. He's been like a kid Apocalypse named Evan, who's good.
Just chilling. He's like, no.
And then he got inverted and he's
anymore.
like, "No, I'm bad and grown up somehow." I'm like, what?
I also grew up and am omniscient. Damn it. And can control people's minds.
In one of the
worst villain ever.
one of the B storylines, it's not really a spoiler. It's the beginning of that story. Deadpool gives his daughter, because Deadpool has a daughter, makes sense. A talking dog that has part of his brain in it, and his regenerative healing factor. So it's like being basically a jerk, and it's funny. So they're written by some special guests like Acker and Blacker write one of the stories.
I know Paul Scheer writes
writes
those
yeah,
stories,
and Brian Posehn writes the main story.
Yeah, that's right.
With Jerry Duggan, who, if you've ever watched Nerd Poker,
I mean, that's why it's so funny. They just have great
characters
people
from
that are funny that write this stuff. You know,
Yeah.
that's why it's so good.
but now it's over because Deadpool's dead. Actually, technically, yeah, I won't give it away. It's not but yeah.
I wrote it down. What happened?
I have a feeling he'll be back.
Everyone's back. It's part of the Infinite Crisis, correct? Is that what I'm?
Something could be, sure.
Well, I mean it's what's basically starting. Spoiler, I guess. Not really. If you're
Because
paying
in 1
attention to
month,
comics,
Matt, time runs out.
if you're paying attention to comics, it's what
it's not Infinite Crisis, by the way. That's a DC thing. But,
what is it? Infinite.
no, it's I don't know. It's Secret Wars. It doesn't matter.
Secret Wars. That's what it is. It is Secret Wars.
Battle World is the name of one of the comics.
Well, that's what the Secret Worlds are. They're like all the Battle Worlds. Yeah. So yeah, Collision. Yeah, it happened. Okay. So there's a new fun. Pretty corroborated rumor that they have picked the father of the guy who plays Black Panther in the movie, the King Chitaka of
It's something
Wakanda.
strange. Neighborhood.
This is great.
Who are you gonna call? Ernie Hudson.
That's right. So Ernie Hudson, known as Winston from the Ghostbusters movies, and he's done something else.
And nothing
after that.
else. Nothing. No, he played like a police chief somewhere.
Something, yeah,
He
somewhere.
had a mustache and like
I
a
didn't
police
know
chief.
he was still alive.
He's alive. Come on, he's Ernie
I don't
Hudson.
know.
Man. He can't die.
Like I'm glad. I really want to see this. When I saw him, I'm like, okay, all right, I want to see this. Let's see what's gonna happen.
Formerly Winston.
So I would have thought they would have just like age makeup Idris Elba for this or something, but I'm glad they didn't. So maybe possibly he's gonna be the king of
Soul.
King of Soul. It's gonna be James Brown, of course. No, he's gonna be the King T'Chaka of Wakanda, which is Wakanda's where the Black Panther's
I feel like you made all that up. That's
No,
not-
I saw this just.
A Waka Waka Wanda!
Wakanda!
T'Chaka Waka!
Wakanda is the fictional country from Africa that
I
has
feel
all
like
the vibranium.
Stanley
in
wrote
it.
those names because I just feel like he's
Yeah.
trolling Black people. It's like, their own names all sound like that, right? I'm Stanley.
He probably was watching the Muppets and heard.
That sounds like a
Waka
great
Waka.
name for a place. I made it up. Oh, Stanley. Sheesh.
It's like now they got bombarded by cosmic rays somehow. I don't know.
What is that? It doesn't make
Everyone,
any sense.
Spider-Man. That's one for his Stanley impression and two for my Stanley impression.
You want to put one here. Christoph Waltz, Matt. He's not going to be Blofeld. What? So okay, so Spectre. They're obviously remaking Spectre for the next James Bond.
The new James Bond movie is
Blofeld is you might not recognize the face, but he's the guy that Dr. Evil is modeled after. They got the gray jumpsuit, the weird scar, the
He
bald
basically
head.
is exactly what Dr. Evil looks like.
Except not fun. He's not.
Yeah.
He's not. Fun.
He's not hilarious.
He's a jerk. But so yeah, Christoph Waltz had been rumored for a long time now to be Blofeld, and he has come out and said, "No, I'm not. That's not me."
Like, I am not him.
I am not him, and it is not me.
It might sound like I am him, but I'm not.
I am very mean and sometimes in movies, but
I'm going to be very
do it.
sadistic in this movie.
You shave my head bald, and I will be very mean.
I will have a cat with no hair, and I will stroke it.
So it's not happening, Matt. But guess what is happening, Matt?
What is?
Need for Speed sequel.
Oh, why?
The movie,
why?
man.
Why?
You know why?
Why was the first movie made?
China.
Did the first movie make money?
China.
Did China made money there?
Because when it got sent to China, a lot of people thought it was like
Fast and Furious or something?
yeah,
or?
basically. And so they're like, oh, go see it. And
It's
then
like Fast and Furious with guy from Breaking Bad.
yeah, and it did so well over there that they're like, oh, so there's actually it's like a co-production now between China and America. The Need for Speed sequel.
So it's like Beijing Drift.
Yeah. Why not?
Stop.
Why not? It's gonna be oh, it's already included.
It's like we can't.
I
We're actually
pothole.
not allowed out today because there's so much smog.
I hit a pothole. There's a guy in a bike. Get out of the way.
Hello. No,
There's
I don't want to
20
buy.
guys on
I don't
bikes.
want to buy your weird thing you made.
That bus is really weird and long. It's like has like an accordion segment in the middle.
And if somebody gets hurt, they have to lie in the middle of the street till the ambulance comes. So it's fun for them. Here's something we haven't mentioned yet. Star Wars Digital Collection comes out next week.
Oh, I like to have them.
Okay. Star Wars Digital Collection. Supposedly it's going to be the original movies without the stupid ads, without the stupid add-on things.
Also, that what's really a big thing is this is the first time Star Wars has been digital
Yeah,
ever.
yeah. Except for when we bootlegged it ourselves, of course.
Bootleg. Yeah, but now we actually acted out the part, so it's not a bootleg.
Yeah, it's just us acting it really.
That's a trap.
That's episode. If you go back to episode 74, it's just us doing all.
And we actually because we're so drunk, we mix in like Indiana Jones references, like throw me the animal, throw me the whip. Like, dude, that's Indiana Jones. Stop.
Yeah, but we don't cut that out. It's just in there.
Well, yeah, and
that episode is 2.5
last
hours.
time.
That episode's 2.5 hours long. It's crazy.
And we do all 6 movies, which is weird, and some Indiana Jones references. I think we're high on crystal meth, maybe. No, speed, and MDMA.
We were high on monosodium glutamate.
That's not MDMA. I don't think. I think we're drunk.
But so the digital collection is coming. They're going to sell it in like the sets of the trilogy and also I guess the 3.
Because everybody's got a price. Because George Lucas is like, oh, my swimming pool's getting a little low of money, so I need.
I don't want. That's okay. I don't want the first 3 anyway. You can keep.
I'm gonna make another weird cartoon.
You can keep episodes 1 through 3. We're good. Thanks.
So you mean the original trilogy, man? Because who makes things out of order like that?
Micah 789. But yeah, I'm excited. I might pick those up.
So speaking of Star Wars, Matt,
even though I own them,
the new comic Kanan is out. It's it's a comic that's connecting the basically it's going to connect the trilogy
4, 5, 6 to 7, 8, 9.
That's right.
Yeah.
The cool thing is it's starring one of the guys from the Star Wars Rebels cartoon, and it starts out at Order 66. So like it starts out like it's a little flashback, I guess, for the guy because like it shows him on the Rebel ship, and then he's like,
pretty big
oh, but then back in the day, and then he's with his master, and it's like Order 66 happening and stuff, and it's
so obviously all these Jedi's. These guys missed a lot of Jedi's. That's all I'm saying.
yeah. We'll see. Yeah, but
You guys messed up Order 66 pretty bad.
I mean, they're a bunch of dudes, you know, like
It's a pretty good failure.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
But you think like the Sith would get some people too? I don't know.
well, like if they get better weapons than like a gun. Like here's a gun. Kill a guy that killed a bunch of people with guns. Oh, okay.
And you also shoot like stormtroopers. That sucks.
Hey, Matt, they were a trained squad back then because they were clones of Jango Fett.
More like clowns.
Much like
You know what
Boba
I'm
Fett,
talking about.
also a clone.
Okay. Well, this could be a good comic book. Could be fun.
No, it was the
it's
first
at least
issue.
adding
Was
to
pretty
the
good.
world that they've cut everything out of.
The first issue is decent, and obviously you have to kind of take it with the grain that they're going in their new canonical direction. So like I'm like, wait, where's like this guy and this guy? I'm like, they're not going to be here. It's going to be these people.
It's all Solstin Jedi's.
They're all going to be human. So far, I'm like, okay, great, they're human. Oh, humans.
They got all the weirdos, I guess.
We have this cool
They got all
world
the
full
weird
of
aliens.
weirdos. Let's not use them.
They got all the weird aliens. They got them all. Plo Koon dead. Other Plo Koon guy looking Plo Koon guy dead.
Kiadi Mundi.
They got all that. They blew up all those guys. So there's a pretty cool.
They killed all the Plo Koons.
Pretty cool rumor.
That
For
sounds
the
racist.
The Suicide Squad. It does. For the Suicide Squad / Batman vs Superman, that it is going to involve Jason Todd Possibly
Drugs.
dead,
Oh.
possibly not dead, possibly Red
A
Hood.
zombie.
Possibly Red Hood.
Guess we don't have enough people in this
Okay,
already.
so this is what I've heard so far. That they're basically that Harley Quinn and Joker on the outs in Suicide Squad. This is one of the rumors.
That doesn't happen. Yeah.
It's one of the rumors, but it's supposedly the rumor is because she is upset that he killed Robin, Jason Todd. But then supposedly when it moves on to Batman vs Superman, they find out that he didn't get killed. He was just hiding or something, and he's turned now into this criminal mastermind that is the Red Hood, a very popular character. Which Jason Todd at the time. When Jason Todd was Robin, he was actually voted to be killed. They wanted him to die. There was a vote. It was like Barbara Gordon, like Alfred, and him, and they wanted him to be killed. That they said, "Kill this overwhelmingly. Please kill this guy."
Yeah, because it's out of those three.
But then
the second Robin. Oh boy.
But then Jason Todd rose from the ashes to become this great villain character, the Red Hood.
Because no one dies in comics.
Yeah, well, no one died. Yeah, I mean, Batman's died.
He
like
was
4
literally
times, too.
beating the crap out of with a crowbar.
And Alfred just got his hand cut off in the comics too. So.
Yeah, but that doesn't murder you necessarily.
But people get maimed, people die, they just come back. I mean, that's why you got to take it with a grain of salt, and you got to take this as just a rumor.
If
so.
I would just have a cool robot hand.
How do you feel about having the Red Hood as a villain?
No.
See, a lot of people enjoy the Red Hood. He's very popular in the comics right now. I've heard. So.
I don't think he's strong enough villain.
Well, I mean, obviously they got Lex Flair.
Like, wow, he was his resume says, "Oh, he's a Robin. He was the guy that washes Batman's balls." Oh,
yeah, but he's also trained in fighting and
yeah.
espionage techniques and stuff like that.
So he's
detective
as
skills.
good as any other person, hero or villain in the DC universe. The Suicide Squad had a dude with a shark for a head. Okay, I'm not worried about a guy that wears a red mask.
And they got the Joker, of course.
And the Joker.
Maybe. Or maybe not.
Even Harley Quinn is probably pretty much a match for Jason Todd.
But as the Red Hood, I don't know.
Because he puts on a red mask and wears more comfortable
Supposedly he's
pants.
badass. I don't know.
Like, my pants are
I have to look
comfortable
more into it.
now.
I don't know. I don't know about the Red Hood. I don't know that much
I
about it.
think they
just know
should have the
that
Red
supposedly
Hood,
he's very popular
and
right
then
now.
they should be. Then Speedy should be the other character. It should be like a sidekick, like the other guy that was the off-brand Green Lantern.
Or
Green
Shame.
Arrow.
I want it to be Shame.
Shame. He's just like, I'm here, but they have to get they have to get Uncle Ben to play him. But he's probably dead. Rest in
I
peace.
think he's dead.
Probably dead. Rest in peace.
The Sam Raimi Spider-Man, the guy who played Uncle Ben was Shame in the 1950s,
In
60s
season 2
Batman.
of season 2, I believe.
Of the original Batman.
Shame, a
show.
cowboy who robbed banks and had cowboy goons and thugs,
Because why not?
and probably tied up Robin at some point, and like threatened to teabag him or something.
In his little boy panties. that were okay back then. It was
He's
cool.
like, we're gonna hang you from just above where my mouth is, little boy. Like, no, God, no.
I mean, probably like,
Did he put his mouth in his personal space?
Yes.
it's like, bang, pow, teabag. Like, oh.
Shame, and then that's why it's called shame, because
Yeah.
you feel ashamed
Robin's-
afterwards. Like, oh, why? Show me in the doll where you touched you, Dick Grayson.
It's pretty messed up. Your turn. I only have one more thing left.
I have 12 more things. NASA predicts that they're going to discover alien life in a decade.
I saw that.
Decade.
By 2025.
30 years and they'll have confirmed.
Well, you know what? They have such good planet finding techniques now, and that can read atmospheres, that can do this stuff. They've actually found 2 planets around, I believe it's Sirius.
You're joking.
One of our close stars, like only a couple light years away. 2 planets that are in a habitable type area. That's amazing. Send stuff there now.
I would ask the question, why so serious?
Send stuff there now. Now.
So, well, we need our wormhole. We can't send stuff there now. It's not that close.
Well, it's 4 light years. We can send something there in like 80 years.
No.
Just start now.
No.
Start now.
No.
You got stuff that could go like scramjet. Scramjet. Put a scramjet on a satellite. Just shoot it there.
Scramjets do not work yet.
Shoot it there. We're good.
Not working.
We got this.
Not working.
Get Richard Branson or Elon Musk.
We need five-dimensional humans from the future to put a black hole near
Where's
Jupiter.
Matthew McConaughey? All right.
Just say me in that black
Right.
hole.
I'll get in there,
I'll go
and then
find-
when I land in it, there's like a library. I'm like in the back of the bookshelf.
It's a
of my
five-dimensional
daughter's
space,
house.
okay, man? It's in an exotic manner. Come
You
on,
wouldn't
dude.
understand. It's too much for your
You
head.
wouldn't get it because you're not a fifth-dimensional capable human.
The 4th dimension is time, obviously.
The The fourth dimension is girly giggles. Okay, so I got one more thing about Tron 3. Olivia Wilde's back on. Back on!
Also, Garrett Hedlund, I believe, is back on
No
too.
one cares about him. No one cares. Olivia Wilde, though.
Why are you still doing this movie? Why is it still a movie?
And you're like, what happened to Tron 2? Well, oddly enough, they count the last Tron movie as Tron 2.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't realize. I was like, Tron 3, I was like, did I miss like a direct-to-DVD?
That's what I said, and
Tron 2?
so I read the article, and it was like, no, because they count that last Tron movie as a sequel to the 1983 Tron movie.
There's so much garbage involved in that. And Olivia Wilde, you can do better than this, okay?
You've got a kid now. Think about that's what she's thinking about. The kid. She's like, money, okay. Jason Sudeikis is making these stupid art films and indie films, and pot smoking films. They don't make a lot of money.
It's like I left Saturday Night Live and I've done We Are the Millers, and that's it. That's it.
Really, it's about it.
He was actually in the Harmontown show because he was on one of the Harmontowns that the traveling with.
I remember.
I don't know.
We didn't have like a topic this week. What's your last thing?
I have one more thing, and this is great
Let's
for
crush
me.
it. Let's crush it.
Because I love this. Do you watch Arrested Development?
Gay sex?
Arrested Development.
Oh no! Why did you say what you love?
Do you watch Arrested Development?
I
Yes,
have.
you.
Yes, sure. Yes.
So-
We watch all of them. Every episode.
Yeah, you know that. Well, 17 more episodes are coming down the pipeline, buddy.
Go 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 go.
That's not what the sound chicken makes.
I like how they all have a different move for that. That's what's great.
And they're all wrong.
Yeah.
But it is a great show. If you've never watched Arrested Development, it was spent 3 years on Fox, I believe.
The fourth season was a little weird,
Or
but
three
it was still
seasons
good.
of Fox. I like the fourth season. I like how it kind of flipped. It was a little crazy the way it flipped back and forth, and kind of like brought you in at the end to hey, it's all where they're at, all messed up still. Nothing is good in this world.
The money's all in the banana stand.
But so the fifth season now, 17 more episodes will be coming down the pipeline, exclusively on Netflix again. So I'm pretty excited to see this. I enjoyed.
Netflix knows how to crush it.
They have been crushing it. I mean, that's another thing. Daredevil coming out in a couple days. It'll be out by the time this comes out.
They're
Daredevil will
going
be
to
out.
put the Ben Affleck Daredevil movie on Netflix.
Yeah, come on. It's actually he's on board with the show. You thought it was Batman, but he's actually gonna be Colin Farrell's gonna be coming back.
You know what would be really awkward is if Ben Affleck had showed up to that shoot and he's like, "I'm back, guys," and like, yeah, we
I'm like, sorry, we didn't bring you back because we couldn't get Michael Clark Duncan back.
But the next best thing, it's D'Onofrio.
Actually, he's probably better. But I do miss me some Michael Clark
Blasphemy.
Duncan. I miss me some Michael Clark
Blasphemy.
Duncan. I just miss him in life.
An outlaw.
He was one of my favorite actors of all time, I think.
You just like when he grabbed
Top
Tom
15.
Hanks' crotch in Green Mile and took all the cancer out of it. Took all the cancer out of his balls.
I like when he was in Armageddon. And it says, "You want to stay in the White Horse?" Like White House.
Which that was the worst joke in that movie, probably. Come on,
The
really?
White Horse.
For the Lincoln bedroom, and then he goes to the Lincoln bedroom with the
The Lincoln bedroom.
You thought it was the Lincoln bedroom with the white horse?
The Lincoln bedroom for the summer.
So that's all we have.
That was a deep cut
guys.
for Armageddon, by the way. Thank you.
And also, Mark and Klein Duncan off. One for Miguel, two for Mateo, as always.
I'm pretty sure I won that
The
one.
votes are in. The votes are in.
And remember, this day is brought to you by Warby Parker. So if you want to give us some money, Warby Parker, even just
We'll brand you somewhere in here. I'll brand you over Matt's face where his glasses on the
It's like
inside.
kind of like Jordy Visors. I'm like, we have a cooling leak.
Yeah, Warby Parker! Finn.
Bang.
Boom.
Stay classy, guys.
Good night.
Finger guns. Shoot.